Hey, YouTube, what's up? I missed you. Anyway, welcome back to the Christopher Moon Show. Welcome back to the closet. And today I'd like to talk a little bit about something called suffering. Yes, and it's something that, it doesn't sound good. It sounds like you're suffering. It sounds pretty awful, doesn't it? But what we don't really take into effect is that suffering is actually kind of good. You know, I don't like once bad things come my way. I don't like once I got to deal with something. It's not fun. It's not comfortable. It's not what I want to do with my time. Not here in the closet. I'd like to do something different. But sometimes you got to suffer a little bit. That's like the purpose of life, I think, right? Isn't that what the Buddhists say? Anyway, you suffer every day. Every day there's something nasty coming along, some kind of pains, some kind of whatevers. But that suffering, that's the thing. That's the key. The key to figuring everything out. Not to figuring anything out, I would say. It's the key to leveling up. If you want to level up and just be better at anything, be better at something, finish reading a book. You know, you got to suffer through it. You don't like reading? You got to suffer through it and get through it. But then at the end of it, you're like, that was really good. And then you've learned all that stuff. So with that stuff that we don't like, that pain, suffering, whatever you want to call it, that uncomfort, discomfort, that's the pathway to growth. And when we suffer, while it's not that fun, once you come out the other end, you're normally stronger and better and whatever. You go to the gym, you can't lift, you suffer through, and you get it. You know, book smarts, we just talked about that. Like just anything. My DUI, when I got my first DUI, one's my second, but both of them, both were terrible. They're expensive, they're everything that they tell you they are. They're not fun. But the first one, as crappy as that situation was, through the classes, through the UA just through everything, through the whole thing, the court system, everything, I had suffered and I had learned something. I learned a lot of things, and it made me a better, stronger, more effective person. But then once I went back out into the real world, you got your friends, you got everybody that's the whole world is pulling you to come back to the drink. The whole world is pulling you to come back to the party. And that's, I forgot all of that suffering I had did. I forgot all of that stuff. And, I caved into friends. I caved into the social norms and all the fun stuff. All the stuff out there, the fun that I was missing out on, the fun that I needed to get. So I went ahead and I drank again. And I drove again. I didn't hurt anybody. But I did hurt myself again. I was back in the same boat, but it was worse this time. It was harder. It was more intense suffering for me to deal with for the second DUI. And that was the one where it finally broke something in there. Something finally kind of went in. And I was like, I can't do this. It doesn't matter how much fun I'm missing. Who's out there doing this? Whoever's trying to pull me into it. I don't need any of that stuff. I don't need any of those people. I don't need any of that, because that's just more suffering. And I went through all that stuff the first time and the second time. And the second time I came out a better person. In my eye, in my mind I did. I don't know what society thinks, but I could care less. Because the purpose of this is to level up yourself, build up yourself, not level up what society thinks about you, not level up what people think about you. It's nice to have, you know, people throwing roses your way and not tomatoes, but I mean, really, the tomatoes are the thing that's going to get you up off of your butt, get you off of the alcohol, the drugs, the whatever it is, the fatty foods, the bad people. We are addicted to so much nasty stuff out there that, like, you don't know what you could be addicted to. Addicted to lies, addicted to all the lies on the television, all the stuff that we think is so important. You know what's really important? A little food, a little shelter, some cool Harley Davidson duds to wear here and there, clothing, whatever, and you know, people you care about, people you love. That stuff. Now that's what you need to survive, you know? That nourishment, that mental nourishment. Pick up that book. I don't have a book in the closet here, but if I did, I'd pick it up and show you this nourishment. You know, once you get through that suffering, once you get through those repetitions, once you get through that book, once you get through anything, once you get through those kids bullying you and picking on you, you come out the other side a stronger, more capable person. And once they come to pick on you again and say those bad things that hurt your feelings, it's not going to hurt them as much anymore. It might not hurt them at all, because that skin gets a little tougher. And once they say stuff, you don't care. Things stop mattering as much. And that's where you got to get to where the suffering has actually turned into exactly what you wanted it to be. It's turned into that knowledge. It's turned into the gains. It's turned into a new friend. It's turned into whatever you wanted to turn it into. But every time something bad happens and comes along your way, don't look at it as something bad, because it might not be. That DUI I had, while I thought it was bad and the worst thing that could possibly happen to me, it was actually one of the best, because I quit drinking. I kind of got my stuff together. I started building up, having a good life, doing stuff. But I wasn't done suffering. You know, you're never done suffering. Because after I quit all that, I picked up something else, something stupider. I didn't know. I had to learn. I had to suffer through it. And with that, I hope you can suffer through it. Grit your teeth, bear through it. I know you got it. I love you guys. Peace.